Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You are so appreciated, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider. If you want to see more from me, I would love for you to stick around. So today we have an update on Veronica or Thismadmama. She has posted 3 new TikToks since our last video on her and her situation. So let's just get into it. Last month we talked about Thismadmama and the fact that she had posted a video about being hospitalized. And this video actually came a month after another video where she explained her son that has a history of neuroblastoma did not have health insurance and could not receive a much needed scan due to the fact that he was born during the pandemic, and she just, I guess, couldn't get the paperwork in or done. I posted a video on all of this too, which I will have linked below. So the TikTok video that was posted about her son not having health insurance was posted on May 29th, 2024. And then on June 21st, 2024, she posted another video titled "Giving Up My Son to Keep Him Alive," and this was posted from a hospital bed. Following that, on the same day, another video titled "I voluntarily surrendered my children to CPS, but again, voluntarily, so I'll know where they are and they'll be home as soon as I'm able to have them home," was posted. So these 2 videos being posted on June 21st, 2024 had a lot of people really concerned. So people did have questions, and Veronica did continue to update everybody on her TikTok from June 21st to June 23rd, 2024. With all of this news at once and Veronica's history of posting her, we'll call it alternative life, on her TikTok and on social media, people really became concerned when she stopped posting after June 23rd. Then on July 6th, she did post a video titled "Update." About the first half of this video is basically Veronica going into more detail about her hallucinations that she experienced while being in the hospital and being in a coma. So I'll play the second half. It's about the second half of the video where she starts explaining a little bit more and a couple new things.
So I came home, not this past Monday, but the one before it. The next day I had court, and CPS was very nice. They said they did not want to take my kids. They just really thought I was dying. And my friend, Tanya, she would have taken the kids, but she already has a lot of kids. And because like if they would have known it was just going to be for a few days, it wouldn't have been a problem. Like Tanya babysat my kids when I went to go visit my grandmother in January, so she's used to watching my kids for me. The problem was that because they thought I was dying, she wouldn't have been a suitable foster home because she had a lot of kids and plus my kids. So that's why they took them and separated them the way that they did. So it's crazy. When I went to court, I agreed to cooperate with what they wanted to do because they said they just wanted me to get better, to make sure I could take care of the kids before they started sending them home. And I know what you're thinking, like, why would you trust CPS? Well, because Mara, Dash, Darla, Marvelous, they're home already, and Martalia is going to be home Monday. So far, it doesn't seem like I have any reason to believe that they were lying to me because the kids have already been coming home.
What stood out to me from this video is that Veronica is now saying that CPS did not screw her over or trick her in any way, which she did state in a previous video that she felt like they really took advantage of her being in the hospital, and she felt like they were being shady.
Apparently, CPS told all my children that they had to leave the house. Even though I left the kids with 2 adults, they told my kids that they couldn't be at home, and so they just went wherever the fuck, and CPS just decided that they would swoop in and take them. And charged me with neglect, like I abandoned them or something. I didn't abandon them. I left them with 2 adults. It is perfectly legal to leave your kid. I am fucking pissed.
This is really a lot to piece together, but she mentions that her friend Tanya, who has watched her kids before, would have taken the kids if she would have known that it would have only been for a couple of days, but they didn't know how long it would be. So CPS, I guess, stepped in and kind of made these decisions and helped her make these decisions to surrender the children. But this tells me that CPS must have already been involved, which we pretty much learned they were because of the CSA case against her ex-husband, Marty, that had all went down. And then we also learned that the lawyer in that case was the one that suggested to Veronica that she surrender her son, the one that has a history of cancer, to the state just so he could get the scan he needed and make sure that everything was going okay with him. You see, I just feel like there are still some holes in the story, but anyway, after all of this, in this update, she does say that the kids are being returned home, except for the youngest kids, which she then says this.
The babies are going to be home too, but the only thing slowing that up is that Modi tested positive for lead, so I've got to have the health department figure out everywhere the lead is so I can get it all taken care of, and CPS said they're going to help me with that too so that the rest of the kids can come home, and as soon as I get Donnie's documents in the mail, he'll be coming home too. So it seems like they are not against me. They're genuinely trying to help me, which is a relief because I know the last thing I posted, I was like freaking out because I was like, oh my God, did they trick me when my brain wasn't working? I was so scared, but it seems like, no, they really just wanted to help me because they thought that I was going to, and I almost did. So I just wanted to update you guys, let you know that everything is good and the kids have been coming home and everything is fine. And I'll be posting more soon. I just wanted to at least get this update made so that you guys wouldn't be so worried because I've been getting a lot of messages and I do appreciate all the thoughtful messages. I haven't had a chance to read everything, but I do really, truly appreciate all your thoughtful comments and messages. You guys are awesome and thanks for following.
So the younger children can't return home until the lead situation is taken care of. And one of the children did have elevated levels in their blood. And so this, to me, to be very blunt, is just another sign that Veronica wasn't being responsible and most likely didn't have this child go to his regular checkup. He must have not have, because in New York State, it's mandatory for children under 2 years old to receive this type of testing. So after Veronica's July 6th update, I was waiting on another update, and that did come actually yesterday, July 16th. She actually posted 2 videos. So this first video is just basically a rundown of the whole situation again, but then we get an update on the health department and just how much fixing the lead in her home is going to cost.
Now, the only reason that the little kids are not home yet, the other little kids, because I'm not just talking about Donnie, I'm talking about Amelia, Delilah, Donnie, and Modi. They're all together in one home. The only reason the other little kids are not home already is because Modi tested positive for lead. The health department came out to my house and determined where all the lead was, and CPS was like, we want to help you, but we can't send the kids home, the babies home, if there's still lead. And maybe we can help you with the funding to get it taken care of professionally. So they looked into it, and it will cost $10,000 to have it taken care of professionally. I don't have $10,000, so that's why the babies aren't home yet. I'm trying to figure out how I can get it taken care of well enough that the babies can come home. So that's the only delay right now. I'm still able to visit with them. I don't need supervised visits because it's a voluntary placement. I'm allowed to know where they are. So yeah, it's not like a normal situation where someone's kids get taken away. It was like they thought I was dying, and the only reason they don't send the kids home right now is because of the babies in the lead poisoning issue. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about that. I'm probably going to have to start posting more videos so that I can actually make more money. So that's the only solution I can even see right now. So if you see me posting videos like crazy the next few weeks, please be supportive, like, share, comment, watch, whatever you got to do. It's really, really appreciated so we can get the babies home. Okay? All right. Well, now you know. All right. Thanks.
Now, I will say $10,000 is a lot to do repairs. And I will also say Veronica has shown us that she has had this money. And in my opinion, had she have used her money and her resources that she had before upon moving into this home, had she had done everything correctly and made the right choices, none of this would be happening. So it all comes back to, in my opinion, Veronica being irresponsible and not doing what is necessary to prevent these types of things from happening. Having this sort of fluctuation in your income and no stability. People went and they questioned her on that. They said, why don't you just get a job? And this is Veronica's response.
There's a bunch of people posting on my last video saying that I should just get a job. You know, okay, so I was in a coma just a few weeks ago, and I almost passed away from liver failure. Like, my muscles are still very weak. I'm still very tired. I don't even have enough blood in my body. My doctor said it's going to take a few months for me to even be healthy enough to get the hysterectomy that I'm supposed to have. I can't just go get a job and make a bunch of money. Social media pays way more than just getting a job. So yes, I said I'm going to post videos instead of going out and getting a job that I can't physically do. Oh, and another thing I want to address. Everyone's like, well, why didn't you get Donnie's birth certificate immediately after he was born? Well, immediately after Donnie was born, I had kidney failure. So I was almost dying from that. I had severe septic shock. I was very, very, very sick. I had to go to the hospital. I almost didn't make it. Kind of the same thing. This just seems to be a pattern for me. My organs don't like me. I don't even smoke or do drugs or drink alcohol, so this is ridiculous. But anyway, so I was very, very, very sick for quite a while, and COVID happened, and it was just hard for me to get the forms. Maybe if I had had a more supportive partner, he could have taken care of all that stuff for me, but unfortunately I did not. So I was just struggling on my own, and I didn't think it was going to be so difficult to get the forms that I needed. I didn't know that the person who knew how to do that stuff wasn't going to exist anymore. So yeah, I wanted to get everything taken care of. And I tried, and I'm still trying. As far as I know, I'm just waiting for Donnie's birth certificate now. Like, everything should be in. It just takes a couple of months for everything to process. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know. Look at my previous videos.
So I will say having all of these health issues has definitely probably held her back from working. But what about the times in between when she was healthy and they were falling short on some of their bills and having food in the house? Why couldn't she have done something then, or maybe reached out to certain resources in her area to get the help that she most definitely needs? Being stuck in these situations, I really feel for her. But at the same time, there comes a point where you have to be a mother and be strong and dig your way out of it and make sure things are okay for you and your kids. Your kids, again, I said in my last videos, they should be coming first, and it just doesn't seem like they do in any of these situations, because at the end of the day, all of this, in my opinion, like I said, could have been prevented. The problem is social media income is not guaranteed. It fluctuates greatly, and she mentions posting more. But from what I see, her views have gone down on a lot of her videos. So even with her posting more, it's not guaranteed that she's going to be able to earn that amount of money to fix the issues. I noticed that when it was the pandemic, they were doing really well, and that's because of all of the extra food stamps coming in and the stimulus checks that were provided. She was getting a lot of money, and this is when they bought this house. And I think that she was banking on her social media really taking off. Nowadays, everybody wants to just sit home and make TikToks, but that can't be the reality for everybody, especially when you have 12 kids, 9 still under your care. Yes, 3 of them are adults, but you still have 9 kids that should be under your care and that you should be supporting and making sure that everything is good with them. So I hope that this is a wake-up call for her, and she stops having this mindset of, oh, I need to post more videos, and maybe she looks at other resources or does something else to get this money. That way her kids can return home, because this is a really traumatic experience. At the end of the day, I wish nothing but the best for her and her kids, and I hope that they help her and she can get the resources she needs and get everything fixed. And I hope that things just continue to go uphill from there. So yeah, I think that's going to be all I'm going to say about the situation for now. Please let me know what you guys all think in the comments below, and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.